There's definitely risk in Evan Bouchard's game, as we've seen in the playoffs. But the Oilers decided not to take it on long-term with his most recent contract. He gets the bag. It's short-term for the team. It's a win-win. So here's the deal. Evan Bouchard re-signs with the Edmonton Oilers for 4 years at $10.5 million, making him the fourth highest paid defenseman in the entire NHL, just behind Erik Karlsson, Drew Doughty, and Rasmus Dahlin. There's no doubt that Evan Bouchard is one of the best offensive defensemen in the NHL. Does he have his moments defensively? Absolutely. But when it comes to the playoffs, you cannot doubt that this guy elevates his game. And that's where this number comes in, this $10.5 million. It's not just for the regular season production and what he can do on the power play. It's what he does in the playoffs. And the numbers back that up. Through 75 playoff games in his career, short career so far, he's racked up 81 points. That's 24th all-time among defensemen. Cale Makar, for comparison, has played 79 games and has 85 points. Over the past 3 playoffs, he's third in points with 72, only behind McDavid and Draisaitl. The next closest D-man is Miro Heiskanen, who has 32 points. There are definitely moments in his game where you can criticize his ability defensively. And we've seen that over the past 2 playoff runs where they made the Stanley Cup Finals both times. And a large part of the reasons that the Edmonton Oilers got there was because of Evan Bouchard. McDavid loves this player, Draisaitl loved this player, and clearly the Oilers love this player. Just not enough to give him that long-term commitment. And maybe Bouchard is betting on himself in a way where he's like, I'll sign a 4-year deal right now, but I'm not doing the Noah Dobson thing. I'm not taking this super long extension where I can maybe rack up another massive deal at the end of it. So Bouchard signs long-term. We expected this to happen. And now the Edmonton Oilers kind of have their own core 4 in a way, right? They have 4 players making north of $9 million next season. You got Draisaitl at 14, McDavid at 12, Bouchard at 10.5, and Darnell Nurse at 9.25. Now this raises the question about their cap flexibility, because after this deal, they currently have $550,000 in cap space according to Puckpedia. And they have a lot to do. Corey Perry, you going to re-sign him? Sounds like he wants maybe 1.5 or north of $2 million. They got to figure that out. Connor Brown, are you going to re-sign him? What about the goaltending situation? A lot of big name, quote unquote, big name goaltenders are off the board. Gibson is gone. Demko looks like he's signing a contract extension in Vancouver. In terms of free agents, at the top of the list right now is Jake Allen, who wants a payday. So maybe he's looking at north of $4 million. Are the Oilers willing to make it work to bring in Jake Allen? I'm not quite sure. Is there a trade out there that they can make? Don't know. But either way, you're going to have to free up some cap space to make these things happen. Now, there are rumblings that Victor Arvidsson's going to be moved. So that'll be $4 million off of the cap for the Edmonton Oilers. Gives them a bit more flexibility. But over the next few days, this entire offseason, it's going to be fascinating to see what the Oilers do, because there's still a lot of work to be done. This is a very good team, and they've locked up their core pieces outside of Connor McDavid, but you have to expect that's going to happen. But it's everything around them. Are they going to upgrade the defense? Are they going to find another top 6 forward? And what about the goaltending? I feel like it always comes back to the goaltending with the Edmonton Oilers. You got Bouchard. You got your guy. You got your number 1 defenseman locked in. I think now you got to look at the back end and figure out how we're going to do this thing. So watching the Oilers from now until the start of next season, fascinating stuff. Okay, let me know in the comments below. What do you think of this deal? Good deal? Bad deal? Should they have gotten term for Bouchard? Is 10.5 too much or not enough? Let me know in the comments below.